My dear brothers and sisters, my beloved family in faith, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Every single one of us wakes up with hopes, with dreams, with anxieties about the day ahead. We have a to-do list for this dunya, responsibilities, goals, struggles. But tell me, do we have a to-do list for our soul? Do we have a morning briefing with our Creator before we engage with His creation? There is a moment just after the break of dawn, after you've conquered your sleep for the sake of Allah in Fajr, a moment of profound stillness. The world is quiet, your heart is soft. The gates of mercy are wide open. This is your prime time. This is when you are closest to the divine throne. What will you ask of the King of Kings? Allah in His infinite wisdom has already given you the script. A single verse from the Quran. A comprehensive dua that covers your life, your afterlife, and everything in between. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Our Lord, give us in this world good, and in the hereafter good, and protect us from the punishment of the fire. Every single one of us, my beloved family in faith, wakes up with the universe stirring inside our chests. As the first light of dawn touches the horizon, it's not just our eyes that open, but a whole world of inner thoughts and feelings. We wake up carrying the weight of our hopes, those silent prayers for a better job, for a child to find their way, for a worry to be lifted. We cradle our dreams, those fragile visions of a peaceful home, of success, of a life that feels meaningful and bright. And let's be honest, we also wake up with those nagging anxieties about the day ahead. The difficult meeting, the unpaid bill, the test result we're awaiting, the conversation we're dreading. Our minds, from the very first moment of consciousness, become a bustling marketplace of duties. We have a mental to-do list for this worldly life, this dunya that seems to write itself endlessly, emails to answer, errands to run, responsibilities to meet, goals to chase, struggles to overcome. But here is a question we must pause and ask ourselves in the quiet of our own hearts. In the midst of all this planning for our physical and material day, do we have a to-do list for our soul? Do we have an agenda for the part of us that will outlive every job, every possession, every single worldly concern? Before we engage with the creation, with our bosses, our clients, our families, the traffic, the noise of the world, do we have a morning briefing with our Creator? Consider the profound imbalance. We prepare meticulously for a 1-hour meeting with a human being, yet we often rush into a 24-hour day granted by Allah without a single moment of strategic consultation with Him. We charge our phones to 100% to ensure they function, but do we charge our spiritual batteries to ensure we function with patience, wisdom, and grace? There is a sacred golden moment that Allah has placed in the fabric of our day for this very purpose. It is the moment just after the break of dawn, after you've performed the noble act of conquering your sleep for the sake of Allah in the Fajr prayer. You've already won your first victory. You've chosen the pleasure of your Lord over the comfort of your bed. And now, as you sit in the aftermath of that submission, there exists a space of profound stillness. The world outside is still mostly asleep. The usual cacophony of life, the honking cars, the ringing phones, the constant digital pings is hushed. In this blessed quiet, your own heart is soft, receptive, and uncluttered by the day's impending chaos. The spiritual gates are wide open. Divine mercy is descending. The Prophet Muhammad had taught us that Allah descends to the lowest heaven in the last third of the night, asking, "Who is calling upon me that I may answer him?" This mercy extends into the post-Fajr moments. This is your prime time. This is not metaphor, this is spiritual reality. This is when your connection is strongest, your prayers travel fastest, and your heart is most attuned to the divine frequency. You are, in those precious minutes, closest to the divine throne. So the pivotal question stands, what will you ask of the King of Kings? When you have this direct, unfettered audience, what single request could possibly be worthy of this magnificent opportunity? Allah in His infinite and encompassing wisdom, knowing the scattered nature of our desires and the limitations of our foresight, has already provided the perfect script. He has given us within the eternal words of the Quran, a comprehensive dua that is a masterclass in asking. It is a prayer so complete, so divinely structured, that it covers the entirety of our existence, our life in this temporary abode, our journey to the Eternal One, and the protection we need along the way. It is the prayer of the righteous, a verse that echoes through the Quran. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Let the weight and beauty of these words settle in your heart. O Lord, give us in this world good, and in the hereafter good, and protect us from the punishment of the fire. Look at its majestic construction. You do not begin with a petty, specific demand. You begin by affirming the most important relationship in your existence, Rabbana, our Lord. You are not calling upon a distant force or an abstract concept. You are calling upon your Rabb, the one who nurtures you, sustains you, fosters your growth from one stage to another, the one to whom you belong. You are coming before your master, your cherisher, the true owner of everything you will ever ask for. This opening immediately grounds your request in love, recognition, and utter dependency. Then you ask for hasana, for goodness in this world. But the genius is in its generality. What is good? It is not defined by our fleeting whims. It is defined by the all-knowing. When you ask for hasana in this life, you are entrusting Allah with the definition. You are saying, "O Allah, give me what is truly good for me in my worldly affairs." This encompasses everything: peace of mind amidst turmoil, a heart content with your provision, a righteous spouse who is the coolness of your eyes, obedient and kind children, vibrant health, beneficial knowledge, a lawful income that brings no guilt, safety in your home and community, and the sweetness of faith that makes every hardship bearable. You are asking the one who knows your past, present, and future to select for you the precise combination of blessings and trials that will best purify your soul and lead you back to Him. You surrender your limited, often faulty, wish list for His perfect, divine menu of what constitutes true good. And crucially, you do not get lost in this world. Your vision extends beyond the horizon of death. In the very same breath, you ask for hasana in the hereafter, the ultimate good, the success that has no failure after it. This is paradise, Al-Jannah, with its levels, its delights beyond imagination, and the greatest reward of all, the pleasure of gazing upon the noble face of Allah. You are making a profound statement. Yes, my Lord, I live in this world. I have duties here. I will work and strive here. But my ultimate home, my final destination, my heart's deepest yearning, is for goodness with you in the everlasting life to come. This part of the prayer ensures your worldly pursuits never corrupt your ultimate goal. It keeps the hereafter shining brightly as your compass. Finally, with humility and stark self-awareness, you seek protection. Waqina adaban na, and protect us from the punishment of the fire. You acknowledge your own fragility. You confess that you are capable of sin, of error, of straying. You are not asking from a place of pride, but from a place of need. You are pleading for Allah's mercy to cover your shortcomings, for His forgiveness to wipe your slate, and for His guidance to keep you firmly on the path that leads away from the greatest of losses, the fire. In this one succinct, divinely inspired sentence, you have placed the entire blueprint of your life for both worlds into the most capable, most loving, and most wise of hands. You have said, Allah, you define what good is for me today, tomorrow, and in eternity. And please keep me safe from everything that would distance me from your mercy. This, my dear brothers and sisters, is the ultimate trust. This is the essence of Islam's surrender. This is how a believer, truly conscious of their Lord, chooses to start their day. Not in a frenzy of worry, but in the powerful, calming peace of this total submission. In a world that never sleeps, where our worth is measured by productivity and our peace is stolen by endless notifications, this sacred dua is your spiritual anchor. Think about the sheer weight and wisdom packed into this singular verse. When you utter, Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan, you are not making a simple request. You are initiating a divine consultation. You are in essence sitting with your Lord and saying, Map out my entire existence according to your wisdom. You are acknowledging a fundamental truth that your own understanding of what is good for you is inherently limited, often short-sighted and clouded by desire. A child might cry for unlimited candy, seeing it as the ultimate good, but the loving parent knows that true good is a balanced meal, rest, and protection from harm. In the same way, we often cry for specific things, a particular person to marry, a specific job, a defined sum of money, believing with all our hearts that this is what will bring us happiness. But Allah, Al-Alim, the all-knowing, sees the entire tapestry of our lives. He knows that the job you crave might distance you from your family and erode your faith. He knows that the relationship you yearn for might lead your heart away from Him. He knows that the wealth you seek might become a source of arrogance and a trial that breaks you. So when you ask for hasana, you are handing over the pen to the author of your story and saying, "Write for me what is truly best. I trust your plot more than my own." This relinquishment of control is the very core of tawakkul, of true reliance on Allah. It transforms how you receive every single event in your life. When you sincerely make this dua your morning mantra, you begin to see blessings and trials through a new lens. The promotion that comes is a hasana from Allah, and you receive it with gratitude, not arrogance. The disappointment that strikes, the missed opportunity, the financial setback, the rejection, you now receive it not with crushing despair, but with a heart that whispers, "This too is from the hasana Allah has chosen for me." There is a wisdom here, a protection from a greater harm, or a redirection to a better path that I cannot yet see. It installs a filter of divine acceptance over your entire perception of the world. Your life is no longer a series of random, chaotic events that you must frantically manage. It becomes a curated journey, personally designed by your Rabbab, where every sunrise brings a provision specifically tailored for your soul's growth, and every sunset comes with lessons perfectly measured for your elevation. Now, consider the sheer power of timing this comprehensive surrender for the moments after Fajr. This isn't a random spiritual tip, it's strategic soul management. You are programming your subconscious for the entire day ahead. Before your mind gets hijacked by 100 worldly demands, you have already established the core operating principle: Allah is in charge, and I am content with His decree. You have already declared that your ultimate aim is the goodness of the hereafter. So when you walk into your workplace, you carry that ethos with you. Your dealings become honest, not because you fear your boss, but because you are pursuing the hasana of the hereafter. Your patience with difficult people increases because you see this interaction as part of your worldly hasana, a chance to earn forgiveness and elevate your rank with Allah. The barakah, the divine blessing that stems from this act, is tangible. Time begins to stretch for you. Tasks that seemed overwhelming find unexpected ease. Solutions appear from where you least expect them. This is the promise of Allah when you put Him first. You have, in those quiet dawn moments, connected your day to the divine source of all power and abundance. Furthermore, this daily practice builds a fortress around your heart. By consistently asking for protection from the fire, Waqina adaban nar, you are not just uttering words, you are building an active aversion to sin. You are essentially asking Allah every single morning, guide my hands, my eyes, my tongue, and my feet away from anything that would lead me toward that punishment. It becomes a constant, gentle reminder that infuses your decision-making. When temptation arises, a soft internal voice, nurtured by this daily recitation, will caution you. It makes you pause. It turns a potential moment of sin into a moment of seeking refuge in Allah. This part of the dua is your daily spiritual immunization. You are proactively seeking Allah's help to steer you clear of the spiritual diseases that could corrupt your heart and jeopardize your ultimate hasana in the hereafter. Ultimately, this dua recited after Fajr is the ultimate act of a believer who understands their place in the universe. It is the antidote to anxiety, the blueprint for contentment, and the passport to success in both worlds. You are not begging. You are aligning. You are synchronizing your will with the divine will. You are acknowledging that your role is to strive with excellence in the worldly realm, to work hard, to care for your family, to contribute to society, but to do so with the full awareness that the outcomes, the definitions of success and good, reside solely with Allah. You become an agent of effort, but a tenant of trust. So tomorrow, before you scroll, before you plan, before you engage with the noise, claim your prime time. Sit in that sacred silence. Feel the weight of the divine audience you have and pour your heart out with these perfect words. Let them be the first software that runs on the system of your day. Install this divine program and then watch with awe as Allah, the master programmer, runs your life in a way that brings about a goodness so profound, so layered, and so beautiful that it will leave you in a state of perpetual wonder and gratitude in this world and the next. You are not just making a dua. You are signing a contract of complete surrender, and the guarantor is the Lord of all the worlds.